So, because guys are able to look at things from an objective perspective, they're able to separate, of course, logic and emotion. So, with that being said, when you approach him with the fact that you're upset about your current relationship status or lack thereof, and he's answering nonchalantly and feeling blindsided, saying, wait, like, where is this coming from? Like, come on, like, we were doing good, like, we were doing well. What happened all of a sudden? And you're just like, I'm just tired of being treated like this, like, all this stuff. He's looking at you like, I don't get it. We were doing fine. Like, you were accepting everything that was going on, because as long as you don't bring up anything, which has to be established in the beginning, then he's just going to keep on keeping on. So at this point, now that you're upset and you feel like you're tired of waiting around for him to finally choose you, for him to finally make a commitment to you, for him to finally figure out what it is that he wants to do, to him it's like, all right, well, I don't know why you're being so emotional about it, because in my head, I already checked off that box of I already knew what you were. I already made the decision that you weren't going to be my girlfriend, whether it was conscious or not. One of my favorite quotes that Steve Harvey said was, you are either being played with or planned with. Really actually think about that, because it's one of the two. There is no other option. So again, when you sort of are in a state of emotional distress and you're approaching a guy or starting to act funny and giving him the silent treatment or acting weird, he will be confused. And that's not to say that some guys don't know what they're doing, because they do. But a lot of the times, guys will feel blindsided by your sudden change of behavior or your sudden interest in taking things to the next level after a while, because in their mind, they've already placed you where they wanted to place you. And by that time, it's kind of like, okay, well, I'm assuming she already knows what's up and she's already accepting of, what is. So by that time, they already got all that they needed to get from you. So whether you stay, whether you go, it doesn't really make that much of a difference. And that's why guys are able to play it so cool when you're trying to make a departure to get them to care, and they are not really showing any sort of emotion or any emotion of wanting to fight for you in any way, because you're not really connected to their emotions. They didn't invest anything in you. So, sex just happens to be one of the added benefits. Men will compartmentalize you into emotional unloading, cleaning lady, pretend wife, laundry lady, and even mommy number two. Better have a home cooked meal when I get home, because that's what my mom always used to do. Oh, really? Oh, okay. Well, we are not together really at all. Here I am cooking for you, cleaning for you, doing laundry for you, like you're my man. You're not my man, in hopes of you being my man, and you are still not my man. Do you ladies see why that's wrong? Because it's kind of like, why buy something now that you've been getting for free? It's like, well, this is great. If I can get her to do this much, by the time she figures out that she's doing a lot, I will be ready to move on to the next prospect. And that is why, like I said, guys are able to move on so quickly from a lot of us, because they were never emotionally invested anyway. Does that make sense? So when you guys ask me, I don't know how he was able to get over things this fast and things of that nature, it's because there was a role you were fulfilling. There was a compartment that you were in. It wasn't in the wife or the girlfriend. And you fulfilled that role for your designated time until you finally came to the realization that you were shortchanged. And now he's going to move on. And yes, it's very possible that men will expect you or you get into the habit of always fulfilling these different duties, okay? And they will still refuse to be monogamous after all of these things, after you showing that you are the shoulder to cry on, after you showing that you can hold him down and pay for dinner sometimes, after you showing him that you'll go half and half on the bills, after you taking him around, letting him use your car so he can go to his boy's house, or so he can, run errands and go to GameStop, whatever. And also understand, if he's not using you to fulfill all of these roles, he may be using you to fulfill one of these roles. And to get the other desires fulfilled, he has other girls in his roster. The girl that lets him borrow his car, the girl that, consistently comes over at any time of the night that he may ask and expect nothing in return, the girl that cooks for him, okay? The girl that he may flirt with in the office. Everyone is fulfilling a different role in his life. So yes, men do love a challenge, and not in an attitude or nagging way, because delivery is everything. You can say something like, well, I just want to know, what am I to you? What do you want? Or you can say, I want to know what we are. What do you want? Because I'm tired of coming over here, doing all this stuff for you. I'm not getting anything in return. What are you trying to do? Delivery is everything. And a lot of the times when we've gone too far, we then want to start reaching out for help. Oh my God, Asha, do you think I can fix the situation? I've been with this guy for 2 years and he never really said we were boyfriend and girlfriend, but he said that it's just because he was trying to establish himself and get his life together. Oh my God, Asha, help. I've been with this guy for 5 years and he's always dating other girls. I found dating apps on his phone, and every time I try to bring something up, he just says, you know what? If you want better, you should go find better because you deserve more. And I get so hurt when he says that, because I just feel like he's disposing of me and throwing me away, but it just sucks because when we're together, everything feels great. A lot of the times, guys will tell you what it is that they really want. But were you listening? Sometimes it's so much of a hit to our ego that it's no. He couldn't mean that. No, but he couldn't actually mean that, because no, I don't think so. And it's no, actually, yeah, they did mean that. If a guy literally says to you, after you're trying to establish some sort of, commitment from him, which is crazy, the fact that it, even has to really be pushed on, him to begin with, it's you already know the truth deep down. You're bringing it up because you don't feel like it's really happening. You're bringing it up because you're not sure what's going on. When you do these things and you don't realize that you've been doing too much, or you try to oversell yourself, whether it's conscious or not, we're all guilty of it at some point in our lives. You wonder why you all of a sudden feel empty and all these things. It's because you gave and gave and gave freely without receiving anything in return, really. Besides what? Sleeping over here and there, and you have someone to cuddle with at night here and there. What was the actual benefit of that relationship that you were trying to establish? How can you now establish anything soluble or try to switch up the game and become a challenge all of a sudden when too much time has elapsed? He's been getting all the benefits for free. You're emotionally invested now. You can't just all of a sudden pull out just like that without going through the whole process of trying to understand why and feeling like you are dumb for putting up with this for so long and not understanding why you didn't see this sooner. That's the problem. You did see it sooner and you chose to ignore it actively. If you are self-aware okay, you really start to first point the finger at yourself, then other people. Because you have to understand, what was my role in this situation, why I got this outcome? Instead of, I don't get why he doesn't want me. Like, no. Aside from him being an idiot, what was your role? What did you do that made him feel like, I don't really have to, move on with this in the pursuit of this relationship? What did you do? Did you not set boundaries from the beginning? Did you not focus on what his intention might have been? Did you ignore all the signs in the beginning of what he said? When he said he wasn't ready for a relationship, did you somehow think you could change his mind? Did you somehow think that by doing all of these wife duties for him, that you were going to show him what kind of woman you are, so he cannot refuse the offer? Did it work? Name a time where it's worked. Because it hasn't. And it won't. Because just like how for men, it's natural to protect, profess, and provide, like Steve Harvey said, it's natural for women to be nurturing. So you don't really need to show him that you're capable of doing those things when he doesn't even deserve it anyways. So understand this. You overqualified for your current role, meaning this: you were single, faithful to a single man who compartmentalized you as just someone that he's having fun with. And, you're a great person, but he doesn't really know what he wants right now. He does know what he wants right now, and it's not you. When we're with someone, especially men, they know when they really want to be with someone, and they move fast when they want to. So don't ever buy that excuse. Your role was simply just the friend. You were doing wife things, girlfriend things, overqualified for your role. You were way above your pay grade. What was the payoff? Heartbreak, emptiness, sadness, regret. So the next question becomes, how do you get into the right compartment? Or, be taken seriously? You have to, one, learn your role. And by the way, you guys should watch my video I posted on playing your role. Understand your role so that you can act accordingly. You have to understand, men stay when they've invested something: time, money, emotions. If you are not touching any of these three, they're going to effortlessly walk away from you. Because men do not fall in love by what you do for them. They fall in love by what they do for you. Wow. So please understand that, ladies, that it's not about you constantly doing for him to show him why he should stay with you or choose you. It's about how much he is willing to do for you and invest in you in order for him to reach that compartment of where he wants to stick around and progress with you into being his girlfriend, into or the next level. In relationships, what makes things work is a natural, healthy progression. If things are not progressing anywhere, there's a reason for that. And a lot of the times, you guys have to understand that you're not blindsided by many of these things. You were just ignoring the signs along the way. Because people always kind of show you who they are at some point. It's just, did you take heed or not? And this is why it's important to not act on consequence. Don't wait till it's too late, till you have no option, till you feel so down that you decide that you're done. So what? The only way out of this situation that you don't already like is to wait around for him to give you a greater reason to leave. Decide what it is that you want. So angels, that is the end of this video. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. I knew that I wanted to start out this video jumping right into it instead of doing an intro in the beginning of the video like I normally do, because if I was watching a part 2 of something, I would want it to go like that. Be sure to subscribe to this channel if you have not already, and also follow me on Instagram, which will be right here, and make sure that your post notifications are turned on so that you're notified every single time that I post. I love you and God loves you, and I'll see you angels in my next video. Mwah.